Alright, let's talk about today's video. First, yes, I have a new background, and also, let's get this intro out of the way. So, today I wanted to talk about burnout. I have been very burnt out for the last several years now. And when I say burnt out, I'm burnt out from everything. I'm burnt out from life. I'm burnt out from work. I'm burnt out from the stresses of everyday bullshit. You can call this doomer and pessimism if you want, and that's great. You could say cringe, whatever. I don't care. I just needed a place to kind of vent my frustrations and feelings, and I just needed a place to vent my frustrations and let these feelings go, if you will. Now, things have been absolutely insane over the last several months, or even, well, pretty much started at the end of 2024, if you know what I mean. With the political climate and everything going on with ICE and Trump and all this other stuff, it has been infuriating, and I'm trying to not get burnt out, but I am. I've been overwhelmed with the cost of living going up. You know, groceries are going up, and it's insane. We can barely afford groceries and things like that. And, you know, I've been eating out constantly because of how stressed and overwhelmed I am, because I go to a 9-to-5 job and I come back home and I don't have any energy left at the end of the fucking day to, like, make food, you know? And that gets expensive, and, you know, everything is just going up, and it is so hard to try to think about positive things. Like, just this last weekend, I went and I played paintball at Extreme Paintball out here in Modesto, and I had a lot of fun. You know, I always enjoy going out there and playing with, you know, random people, and it's always a great group of guys, or, you know, whoever's out there. It's always a great group of people. They're always awesome. I've never once had a bad experience. However, it doesn't refresh me as much as I wish it would. You know, I still feel burnt out because every morning, you know, when I wake up to go back to work, I'm still just dragging. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm still stressed. I'm still frustrated. And, you know, I talk with my therapist about things, and it's like, I know, I understand fundamentally that you have to take things day by day by day. But with everything going on in the world right now, it is so hard to take things day by day by day, because it feels like everything is just all this one big gigantic fucking, like, weight, and or like a aura, something just crushing down on you, and it's frustrating. And currently, you know, I've seen a lot of videos talking about house prices and things like that. And it's like, well, you know, housing is pretty much off the table for most people. I'm at a point in my life right now, due to some very unfortunate circumstances. I'm fortunate. I'm financially in a decent place. Now, am I financially in a decent place enough to buy a house? No. I still can't buy a house. I still can't even afford to quit my job, because everything in this world is just going up and going so much more insane. And I'm scared. Do I really want to get old? Do I really want to get old and you know, be a part of a society right now where we're not taking care of people the way we should be. You know, everyone's so focused on this AI shit. It's like, am I going to have to end up going to the doctor as like a 70, 80-year-old man and be like, hey, doc, I have something going on with me. And they're going to look at me and go, oh, let me look at ChatGPT to fucking solve your problem. You know? It's like, I'm scared. I'm scared of that. And I've been getting overwhelmed and I've been getting frustrated with the fact of the matter that we have all of this technology and all of this stuff. It's advancing at a rapid fucking pace. But people don't want to talk hardly anymore. People are more lonely than ever, but narcissistic behavior has become more abundant, you know? It's become more like abundantly out there. People are cutting others off if they don't, you know, like for no reason. People are just like, oh, I love ghosting friends. I love, you know, doing this to people. And, you know, if there's any sense of fucking adversity whatsoever towards anyone, you immediately just start cutting people off. Nobody wants to like talk anymore. And it feels just so abysmal. Like, is the only other word that I can think of is just, it feels like there is just this abyss. I'm trying to find things to look forward to. I'm trying to think about, like, I'm going to go to an anime convention and I'm going to interview people and it's going to be great and it's going to be fun. But going back into this whole thing of like just burnout, it's like me and my wife work at the same place. We work 9 to 5, we get up, we go to our job, we come home, and we do all this, like take our dog out for a walk, try to make sure the house is somewhat decently clean, and it feels like that's all we do is just come home and watch YouTube and don't really have anything to do outside of that because we're so burnt out. And we do it 5 fucking days a week. And then we come and then the weekends come and it's like I don't have any energy to go anywhere. I don't have the energy to really see anything or see anybody, or you know, it's so hard to find that energy anymore. You know, it's so hard to keep that energy up. And it gets frustrating because I'm so burnt out with what I do at work. And without getting into the specifics of what I do, I have a fucking weird dichotomy. There's like a weird, flip side. It's like I sometimes get so fucking frustrated and I hate the place that I work at, and I get so downtrodden, I get so overwhelmed and upset. But then I look at it and I'm like, well, you've had worse. I've worked at worse places. I've worked at other places that have honestly put me in such a bad mental state that like it got pretty dark there for a while. So there's the double dichotomy of like, you know, I have a love and hate relationship with my job. You know, I love it because I can comfortably go, hey, you know, I work Monday through Friday. I work 9 to 5, basically 9 to finish, whenever the hell that is. But most of the time, 9 to 5. 9 to 5:30, I'm done. I go home, I clock out, and you know, that's it. I think for the entire time that I have worked there, we have worked a single Saturday. One. In the entire 5 years that I've been at this place. But I'm still burnt out. It feels like, how am I supposed to go to work, socialize with people, come home, keep my house clean, cook the food, do the things, and do the like do the human. How am I supposed to do the fucking human? I'm supposed to take my dog for a walk, keep up with current, whatever events that are going on. I wish I could say, I'm okay right now, but I'm not. And this is just a video kind of just getting those feelings out there. Again, call it cringe, call it doomer, call it pessimism, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't care. I'm just throwing these things out there and just getting my frustrations out. However, with that being said, I will be coming back with another video. I'm going to be going to an anime convention. I am going to interview people this time. That is one thing I am trying to, again, mentally just look forward to. And also, I'm thinking about releasing videos, doing a podcast. Actually, funny enough, addressing some of these things that I've been talking about, like bad jobs and, shitty friends is the other one that I wanted to do, terrible coworkers. I wanted to kind of do it in a podcast form where I just tell stories. If you guys are interested in that, please comment. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but whoever is going to watch this, comment. Let me know if you want to see a podcast style like that. Until I can find some people that are willing to be my podcast hosts, I might just start releasing podcast episodes, just me talking. The next update, you guys will see me. I hopefully will be in a better mood. But like I said, this is just kind of just to get my feelings out, and just to get these this anger and this frustration across, and just kind of let everything go. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and I guess peace.